In this video, we're going to talk about Spawn versus Tremor, how Spawn got caught in the crossfire of all this. All right, my brothers and my sisters from another mister, this is a comic book review of Spawn, issue number 25, brought to you by Rated Comics. Let's get to it. Yeah, you know we got to go old school on this because oldies are still goodies, alright? So we begin this issue with these bums, you know, in the Bowery of New York City, arguing about the Brooklyn Dodgers, or how the Brooklyn Dodgers are no longer the Brooklyn Dodgers. They went to Los Angeles and they're pissed about it. So they're drinking, arguing over this, and this guy named Paul gets up to go to the bathroom because, you know, you gotta break the seal. So all is right in the alleys again. No police harassment, no FBI running around like hyperactive children. No one from the outside is bothering them. They're just having a good time. And this is referencing the previous issues of Spawn where all this mafia, gang, police wars were going on and all this other stuff. It's just the last couple issues and it concluded in the last issue. But then this happens. Some guy goes up to Paul and tells him with his old rusty blade out the corner of his eye. This guy notices it. He tells him, "We've been hearing about your hotshot, your Spawny guy. So me and the boys would like to share something." He decks him in the face. "We don't need his help. Our boss can take care of himself big time. So tell your little hero that if it's a turf war he's looking for, then he's pushing the wrong guys, alright? Tell him to move back 15 blocks, and if you don't, it's gonna get bloody." So elsewhere, you know, Terry Fitzgerald's back in the office, and he might be rushing back into things, but he needs to distract himself. You know, he hasn't completely healed, nor his cracked ribs has healed as well. As a matter of fact, almost any move he makes hurts him, but he thought work would be good therapy for him. So he thinks to himself, "Admit it, Terry, things are wrong. Everyone's acting like nothing happened. No murders, no manhunts, no cops, nothing." And all this before Terry was getting all this heat from the CIA, the FBI, the mafia, just all in one day, and agencies he's never heard of were coming at him. But now, like nothing, they just stopped. And he knows something at play is very big here, but he needs to know what happened, but he has to be really cautious about it. So then all of a sudden, off panel, "Hey there, good looking, you need some help?" It's Wanda to show her moral support. So Wanda tells Terry, "Look, I know, I wanted to distance myself after what happened to Al," which is her former husband, "and I guess I was hoping that my ignorance would protect me from another heartache. Al's death tore me apart, but you helped me through that. Alright, so I'd like to help you. Please, I know you're going through a lot. There are questions I've got about what just happened. I'd like to see if we can answer them, a few of them together." So Terry's like, "Okay, you got my support, baby. I love you." And she's like, "I know you do." So this guy, David, the one who harassed the bum earlier, kicks in these boards, goes into this abandoned building and tells the boss, "Are you there? There you are. I proceeded into Sector 12 like you said. Just like you said, Tremor. I also made threats and slapped them around a bit. They seem loyal to their commander, and obviously Spawn has given them a false sense of security. So that's my report. What do you think?" And Tremor's like, "You've done well, David. A few more pieces to the puzzle and I'll have what I need." Then he has this outburst of anger. "Then I'll be able to bring that fat pig Gravano down to his knees. I've waited long enough. Soon, very soon, I'm gonna nail that mafia scumbag." And even David's like, "Yo, boss, he having too much burst right now. Chill out, man. You got to have some chill. All this building's crashing down." But Tremor emerges from the rubber. He doesn't care. Overkill, Spawn, not God. So Tremor's like, "Nothing's gonna save Vito. Told the boys that after they clear Spawn and his gang off my turf, I want a meeting with their so-called hero, cause he has something I need and I got to have it and I wants it." So now we go look at Spawn. Even though he's accepted him being called Spawn out of necessity, all he wanted to do was to see his wife to return to his true love. That was back in Spawn issue number 1. When he died, he accepted the deal with Malbosia. Instead, he's been hunted. A dead man from hell does not go unnoticed. So instead of recapturing his past life, he's merely avoiding it. He doesn't want to be a mercenary no more, or a mercenary in the afterlife. But you know what? That's backfired because he brought undue harm to his wife through his own careless actions. Rather than being protected, she was almost killed. He won't allow that again. And this is referencing previously in Spawn. I mean, if you watch this channel, you know what I'm talking about. But if you're just tuning in for the first time, by all means, feel free to check out the playlist at the end of this video. We got you covered. So now Spawn vows to refocus, to sort out this abominable excuse for the life. But as a messiah now, you know, at least to the homeless, to the people, he's become a beacon of hope in their darkest hours. "Ow, you gotta hear this." "No, I don't," says Spawn. "It's time you learn to solve your own problems." "No, but you don't understand," says the the homeless guy. No, you don't understand, says Spawn. You people become lazy, always turning to me for help. Well, I don't have all the answers. I can't solve all your problems. I got my own problems, all right? Dear God, Al, we didn't ask for this. They want you, not us. Well, tell whoever it is, I'm not interested. So engulfed by the darkness, Spawn leaves behind an innocent, soon-to-be candidate for the Crossfire. Now in this panel right here, Sam and Twitch are just munching away at a diner and eating away at this deli sandwich. It looks pretty good. And Twitch is like, I wonder what makes you so festive, right? And he becomes sarcastic. It must be that we have no solid leads in our search for Spawn. Am I getting warm, sir? And Sam's like, I love your sarcasm, Twitch. But no, it's not that. It's I got this file. And it's a file that contains all the info on that bugger Chief Banks that'll cripple him, and that brings a warm spot to my little heart. Alright, and that was a file that Spawn gave him in the previous issue. So the air begins to thicken as the early morning hours pass away. Spawn comes over here to rest and think. In his former life, he fought and killed for what he believed in, but that was another Al Simmons, he tells himself. Now it's different. He stares down at the scattered groups of homeless people. He knows that his moment of feeling human had become more and become also rare because he's not feeling this way. He's not used to feeling this way. So he must seize those moments, defend his beliefs, and act like a man. Stand against those who would oppose it. And if it's a turf war, plain and simple, well, it's time that he marked this territory. He goes up to where Tremor is sitting. You want to talk? Not exactly, says Tremor. He goes to the window, grabs Spawn, and he's like, what the hell? Plywood? Ah! Show yourself, you coward! Here I am, demon. You won't have to push the old guys around anymore. And Tremor's like, idiot, I don't care about your people or mine. It's you that I want. Tell me what you know about Vito G and why he's after you so bad. That man doesn't get personally involved with anyone unless they know some things they shouldn't. And Spawn's like, what the hell does that have to do with the alleyways? You want to fight? I'm gonna give you a fight, then fight. Just leave my people alone. Decks him in the face, wrap some chains around him, and those chains are protecting their master, so they snap and snarl the beast. Now Spawn uses military skills to gain the advantage, because there should be no way and no reason for him to deplete his own powers, because as established earlier, if he depletes his power meter to 0, that's his second death right there. Do you hear me? Stay away, says Spawn. Next time, your head comes with me. Alright? How dare you? Like, Tremor's like, you just gonna release me and flex on me? You ain't gonna do all that. So Spawn assumed the beast wouldn't back down. He planted himself in front of a weakened part of the floor, concealing the cracks with his cape, which is a deft move, but the creature is swallowed by the collapsing planks. And, for the moment the scene goes quiet, but for scurrying rats and the flapping of the crimson cloth, it seems as if this dispute has been settled. But no, fists come up through the cracked floors, a biomechanical appendage extended twofold retracts in a blink. And this Tremor guy is like, you listen good, damn it. I'm gonna nail that pig Vito and you're gonna help me. And Spawn's like, what the hell is all this about? Is this like some personal vendetta? I don't care. You want Gravano? Fine. But what's this got to do with the turf war? And Tremor tells him it was merely a distraction. And he tells him about his history. He goes into his history. It wasn't long ago that Vito forced you to be his guinea pig. He wanted the perfect hitman. I was stupid enough to be employed by him at the time. But threats to my family were not made casually. And to protect him, I agreed to their high-tech butchery. They wanted to fuse flesh and metal, but someone screwed up. The combination of chemical microsurgery, who knows what sort of radiation, anti-drug rejection, or whatever transformed me, but a few days later, I escaped my imprisonment. And Spawn, he understands. He can reason with the guy. He feels for the guy. And he tells him. And Tremor's like, no, you can't. You see, he killed them. He slaughtered my whole family just to protect his own ass. And Spawn hears the rest of the grisly details, and it's all pain and anguish. It's something that he's quite familiar with. And Spawn tells him, I can help you, just give me an hour. And Tremor's like, and why should I? And Spawn tells him, because like me, you don't have a choice. So shortly, Spawn goes back and sneaks back on him, and he asks him, how'd you sneak up on me without making a sound? And Spawn tells him, it doesn't matter, but this might. It contains everything I have on Vito. I haven't read it all, but there's plenty in here to bust his balls. Where'd it come from, says Tremor, his accountant. And that's going back to Spawn issue number 22. Thanks, Spawn. I'll give you a lowdown when I'm through with him. And Spawn's like, I'll be around. But Spawn pauses to think. For all his power, this creature seemed as tortured as Spawn himself, and seems as willing to go to any lengths to achieve his goals. And so Spawn asks himself, is Tremor a friend or a foe or something in between? We will hopefully find that out later on as we establish more Spawn storyline with the oldies but goodies. But yeah, I'm going back old school here. What you guys think of the comic book? Comment below, let me know. Also, link in description if you wish to add this comic book through Amazon. It's an affiliate link, so your boy will get a small commission if you decide to buy through that affiliate link or anything on Amazon using that affiliate link. But if you also like to add some really cool Rated Comic limited print exclusives to your comic book collection, go ahead and check out RatedComics.com to do that as well. Support the art, support the industry. Lastly, this review is sponsored by coffee, so if you'd like to buy your boy a cup of coffee, donate to the super thanks or link in description. But the greatest compliment you guys can do is by liking this video and subscribing to Rated Comics YouTube channel. Thank you again for watching. Until next time.